And the internet's favorite punchline, Meghan Markle, goes viral again for her flour sprinkles on eggs. Rupert, why?
Good question. Good question. All to be revealed over the next 40 minutes or so.
Do Americans really think of Harry and Meghan? We despise them.
Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy.
These celebrities that start these things, they can't keep up. You know, like the Meghan Markles.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you don't gotta do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
Down with the monarchy! We deserve our privacy!
Fuck these people.
You know, us people who are in the mainstream media and the royal rota, we could never be as irresponsible as you, Dad. That was the tone of her response.
Except for our first guest, the prince and his wife. We want privacy!
Sick of hearing about them, but I can't get away from them. They're everywhere, in my face. Look, Kyle, we just kind of don't care about some dumb prince and his stupid wife.
We want privacy! Hey, thanks for having us on the show. It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
Like mine either.
That's not cool to read.
She did it.
You know, I've had enough of you.
There's not enough liquor in the world to make you tolerable.
She hates you, Dorit.
Hates.
Okay, enough.
How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy.
But then she takes it a step further, Kevin, and says where it gets really weird for her is when there are affiliate links associated with what her children are wearing. This is the same woman that created a curated list of clothing worn by Catherine's children.
Fuck!
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting?
Meghan, your friends are so interesting.
You have a lovely home.
Yes, it's Buckingham Palace, you fucking idiot. What a stupid thing to say.
Jesus.
The neighbors across the street are setting off fireworks and it's 10:30 at night.
Oh, is it the Prince of Canada and his wife who just want to be left alone?
Yes, they're being super loud and I'm trying to work on my brand. Oh, God damn it, now the prince is playing polo on the lawn.
He looks good. Fit.
Oh, shut up.
You shut up. You look amazing today, Grandpa. This is a sexy family. You know, for British people.
We are here because privacy.
So why did you say yes to doing this show?
Because it's you. And to me, that means...
There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
There's look who it is. Isn't that odd?
I was thinking the same thing. They're up to something.
Over, under, around, and through. Through! I did it.
Good job, Harry.
Knew her a bit before she met Harry. She was nothing like that. She didn't speak like that. Her mannerisms weren't like that. This is all fake.
You just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
They're online to see what was new with Uncle Harry and Auntie Meghan, and I couldn't find a thing. I would have thought she'd have at least popped up in a tampon commercial by now.
Harry and Meghan lied. Buckingham Palace lied on their behalf. There was a complete cover-up over the birth of Prince Archie.
Dad, do you have any cash for a cab? Oh, look. Grandma's on the money. I never noticed that before.
Why are we so mad today? Because we want our privacy. So you hate journalists. That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family.
Isn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time?
Right. So you're a journalist. We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard.
And make sure that Harry and Meghan's antics don't impact the future of the crown. That's where things should go at this point.
Welcome to my garden. Well, it's not my garden, it's a set actually, but welcome to my set. Tropicana. Is that your dog's name? Every morning, I take the freshest oranges from my backyard grove to make orange juice for H and the children. And
The Queen would like a treat.
Yummy, mummy, 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 mummy.
You sound like a fucking idiot. That's why you're not king, in case you're wondering.
All your
Meghan Markle just posted the most cringe video of her entire career, and the internet is absolutely losing it. What started as a cute throwback pregnancy moment has turned into a complete PR nightmare that's making Hollywood insiders question everything about the Sussex brand. The video shows Meghan and Harry dancing in a hospital delivery room from 4 years ago, when she was pregnant with their daughter Lilibet, and the reaction has been nothing short of devastating. This isn't just another celebrity misstep that gets forgotten in a week. This is the kind of disaster that defines careers and changes public perception forever. The timing couldn't be worse either, coming right after months of careful image rehabilitation following their Netflix documentary controversies and Harry's memoir drama.
But again, to live under the umbrella of this institution, you have to abide by certain things. And I think Buckingham Palace gave them way too much leeway here, to the point where it made the palace itself look foolish.
Everything they've worked to rebuild is crumbling because of one tone-deaf Instagram post. Here's exactly what happened that has everyone talking. Meghan shared this intimate hospital footage on Instagram, showing her and Harry doing what can only be described as the most awkward dancing while she was in active labor.
This piece, which was published on the 10th of May 2019 and headlined "Call the Mishap," Meghan Markle and Prince Harry forced to deny claims they stage-managed Archie's birth. Buckingham Palace answers 8 queries surrounding the birth of baby Archie.
The clip shows them swaying back and forth in the delivery room, with Meghan in a hospital gown, looking like she's performing for the camera, rather than experiencing one of life's most personal moments. Harry appears uncomfortable throughout the entire thing, but goes along with it anyway, which makes it even more cringeworthy. The video quality suggests this wasn't some spontaneous moment captured by a nurse or family member. The lighting is professional, the angles are deliberate, and there are clearly multiple takes involved. This means they planned this, filmed it properly, and then held on to the footage for 4 years before deciding now was the perfect time to share.
So I can totally see them manipulating things to suit their own agenda. And this goes back to the idea that Harry and Meghan, I think Buckingham Palace gave them way too much leeway. Your child is in the line of succession. Yes, there are...
It with the world. The calculation behind it makes everything so much worse. The reaction was immediate and absolutely brutal. Social media exploded with comments calling the video everything from tone-deaf to downright disturbing. People couldn't understand why anyone would film themselves dancing during labor, let alone post it years later, for millions to see. The word cringe started trending within hours, and hasn't stopped since. Even platforms that usually support Meghan were flooded with negative comments from users who couldn't believe what they were watching. But here's where it gets really interesting, and devastating for the Sussex brand.
So funny bumping into you.
Not that funny.
Why did you move back here anyway?
Get jobs and we ran out of money. We ate chicken out of bowls and rode in big cars full of smelly people to something called work.
There were highs and lows. You guys at tea. Come on, Harry.
This isn't just random internet hate from keyboard warriors. Major media personalities and royal commentators, who usually stay diplomatic and measured, went completely off script. They're calling it embarrassing, undignified, and a desperate attempt at staying relevant during what should be a private family moment. When you lose the people who are literally paid to be polite and professional, you know you've messed up badly. The timing couldn't be worse for multiple reasons. This comes right after South Park absolutely destroyed the couple in their worldwide privacy tour episode. The show portrayed them as attention-seeking hypocrites who demand privacy while constantly putting themselves in the spotlight for money and fame. The cartoon showed them literally going on a privacy tour while doing interviews and photo shoots. Now Meghan posts this deeply personal moment, and people are saying South Park was right all along about their complete lack of self-awareness.
Hey!
That kid freaks me out.
What makes this even more damaging is how it directly contradicts everything the couple has said about wanting privacy and protecting their family. They've spent years complaining about media intrusion and unwanted attention. They left the royal family partly because they said they wanted to protect their children from public scrutiny and live normal private lives. They've given countless interviews about how the press violated their privacy and made their lives unbearable. Then Meghan posts her own labor footage for the world to see, and critique. The video has sparked a much bigger conversation about performative vulnerability and authentic versus calculated sharing. Critics are saying Meghan has turned even her most intimate moments into content for public consumption and engagement. They're questioning whether anything in her life is genuine, or if it's all carefully crafted for maximum sympathy and attention. The professional quality of the video and the strategic timing of its release for years later only reinforces these concerns. Industry insiders are reportedly very concerned about the couple's judgment and decision-making abilities. Sources suggest that some potential business partners are having serious second thoughts about working with them after seeing this level of poor judgment. When your personal brand is built on being relatable, authentic, and sympathetic, but your actions seem calculated, tone-deaf, and desperate for attention, that creates a serious credibility problem that affects all future opportunities. The most telling part of this entire disaster might be the complete silence from their usual supporters and celebrity friends. People who normally rush to defend them in comment sections and social media posts haven't said a single word. Their celebrity friends, who usually show support through likes and comments, are nowhere to be found. Their PR team seems to be in full damage control mode, but there's really no way to spin this positively. You can't unsee what people have already seen, and you can't what's already been explained. This video represents something much bigger than just one bad social media post. It's becoming a symbol of everything critics have said about the Sussexes from the very beginning, that they want all the benefits of royal status and celebrity attention without any of the responsibilities, criticism, or genuine scrutiny that comes with it. They want to be seen as victims, while simultaneously putting themselves in the spotlight for profit and attention. The backlash shows absolutely no signs of slowing down either. Commentary channels are making detailed reaction videos that are getting millions of views and thousands of comments. Content creators are having an absolute field day with the material. Even late-night talk shows are starting to reference it in their monologues. Meghan may have wanted to share what she thought was a sweet, intimate moment, but instead, she's given the internet weeks of material to mock and analyze. What's most surprising about this whole situation is how it has united people who usually disagreed about absolutely everything else. Royal supporters and critics are both saying the video was a massive mistake. Conservative commentators and liberal media personalities are saying exactly the same thing about how inappropriate and calculated it appears. When you manage to create that kind of consensus across political and cultural divides, it's usually not good news for your reputation or career. The real question now is whether this marks a permanent turning point in public perception of the Sussex brand. Are people finally getting tired of the constant public vulnerability and oversharing? Has Meghan pushed too far into inappropriate territory that makes people uncomfortable rather than sympathetic? The overwhelming negative response to this video suggests that even her most loyal followers and supporters have clear limits about what they're willing to defend. This might be the exact moment when public opinion shifted permanently against them, not because of any major scandal or controversial statement, but because of a simple video that revealed something people weren't ready to see or support. Sometimes the biggest career disasters come from the smallest mistakes, and this hospital dance video might just be Meghan's defining moment for all the wrong reasons. The aftermath is still unfolding, but early signs suggest this won't be forgotten anytime soon. The video has been screenshot, memed, and analyzed frame by frame. Royal commentators are using it as evidence of everything they've been saying about the couple's approach to privacy and publicity. Even mainstream media outlets that usually stay neutral are struggling to find positive angles to cover the story. What makes this particularly damaging is how it reinforces existing narratives about Meghan's judgment and priorities. People who were already skeptical now feel completely validated in their concerns. People who were neutral or supportive are starting to question whether they've been too generous in their assessments. The video serves as concrete evidence for critics who have been saying the couple's actions don't match their words about wanting privacy in normal lives. The professional implications could be significant too. Hollywood executives and production companies are always looking for partners who demonstrate good judgment and understanding of public relations. This video raises serious questions about both of those qualities. Future opportunities could be limited if industry professionals see this as evidence of poor decision-making and tone-deaf public behavior. Looking at the bigger picture, this video disaster represents a perfect storm of bad timing, poor judgment, and complete misreading of public sentiment. Meghan and her team somehow thought sharing intimate labor footage would generate positive engagement and sympathy. Instead, they've created a PR nightmare that's damaging their reputation and giving ammunition to critics who have been questioning their motives and authenticity for years. The most tragic part might be that this was completely self-inflicted. Nobody forced them to film during labor. Nobody demanded they share intimate family moments. This was entirely their choice, and it's blown up in their faces in the most public way possible. The lesson here is that some moments should stay private, no matter how much content you need for social media, or how much you want to control your narrative.